So
And then we out here just talking to
yeah,
each other.
and then I'm like, we got to do that over. 'Cause that's the type of person I am. I'm a little clumsy. I just
Listen, I appreciate the authenticity. I have been doing this podcast thing for a month, a little over a month now,
yeah.
and I am just the same way. I'm like, I don't, you gonna get all these bufferings, you gonna get all these bloopers right in the moment because I don't know what else to give you.
So, a couple things. If it looks like it's buffering your end, or if it looks like I'm buffering, this app it'll still record you specifically. And if you see I'm fuzzy, it'll still record me as clear as day. It'll be like nothing ever happened. So if you see that, or if I'm froze, just we'll just keep going.
Just keep going. Got it.
um, and it works great in like Google Chrome. I normally send an email about all of the details, but I apologize. Uh, yeah, and if you need to take a break or pause, or if you say something that you didn't want to say, you want me to cut it out, just take that beautiful like 5 second pause so it can flow.
Okay.
Uh, yeah. Do you have any questions for me?
I don't. I'm really excited to get started. It's your show, you know. I'm gonna let you. Oh, can I say that on camera? Are you gonna record this? Are you gonna put this out? Can we not put this out? Okay, I'm gonna let you fuck the horse. Okay.
Whatever you say that shows your personality. But if you tell me to, one thing about me is if you tell me to take it out, I'm gonna take it out.
Okay, don't take it out. But listen,
Okay.
Peter, I don't really mean fuck the horse. Okay, don't come for me, Peter.
Fuck the horse. Side note, where are you located?
I'm in Georgia.
Okay, so I was on the Beltline. Was it yesterday? Day before yesterday.
Hmm.
And I was talking to my friend. I was like, "Oh, it stank." And I was like, "It smelled like a horse." And he was like, "It's a horse behind you." And I'm like, "Why? When did we get horses on the Beltline?" Because Atlanta is a good place.
Atlanta is not a real place.
There we go. That's what they say. This is not a real place. Like sometimes. Anyway, so what's the name of your podcast?
Oh, it's actually we're gonna side eye that right there because it's called the Side Eye Podcast. Yeah, yeah,
Exactly what it needs to be. Exactly
yeah.
what it needs to be. So, how has it been going?
It's been really great. I get really great feedback from it. It gives your homegirl calling you up to tell you all the bullshit that she was deep diving on in the middle of the night. So I give a lot of true crime because that is really my passion. It is the thing that people think I'm crazy, but I love true crime. Okay, can talk about it all day long. But then I'm super nosy. So I have talked about a few things on there that have nothing to do with true crime.
Yeah.
Um, because I really like to understand the why behind the shit people doing. And so a part of me when I'm being nosy
Yeah.
also has the military police in me and the psychology doctoral student in me that's like, ooh, now why you go and do that? Now let me go and figure out how we got to this point in this story right here.
Uh-huh.
Cause what are you doing? And why?
Well, that sounds very interesting. I think I get a kick out of like the why. Like I be wanting to understand why, especially like real crazy stuff like murders and like what were you thinking? Like why did you do that? What happened to you? And it's always so deep.
The fact that you just said what happened to you
Yeah.
is very ironic because what really sparked all of my why do people do what they do is a large part of the grief that I have with childhood trauma and like my dad passing.
Yeah.
But Oprah co-wrote a book with a doctor. I can't remember his name right now. And it's called What Happened to You. And the premises of the book is to stop asking people, why do you do that? And to start asking them, what happened to you? Because something happened to you along the life that you've lived that made you make that their decision that you made.
Yes.
And now I genuinely want to know why.
Yeah. I mean, like even us normal folks, right? I mean, some of the silly stuff or like maybe crazy things that we do, something happened to us, whether it was in our past or whether it was yesterday,
Mm-hmm.
that created the reaction. So,
Yeah.
okay. So, what name are we going? We're going by Meika?
Yes, we go by Meika.
Okay.
It is my nickname. It is I can't even call it a pseudonym, but it's my host name. It's
Yeah.
the name I want the people to know. Um, just because that's who I am.
Yeah. Yeah.
Shamika's so professional, and I don't want to be her. I want to be me.
You want to be Meika.
Yes,
My sister's, her best friend name is Tamika, and I call her Mika or Meek. Like it just gets shorter and shorter.
every time. Every time I got a best friend that calls me Meek. Yep.
Yeah. So, Mika, welcome to How You Grievin,
Thank you.
where we talk all things grief. Hi, thank you for listening to How You Grievin. Thank you for watching How You Grievin. Also, why haven't you subscribed yet? Why haven't you liked this episode? Why haven't you commented on this episode? And why haven't you shared it yet? What are you doing? You ain't got nothing else to do. Gas prices is high, so you need to be in the house, and food costs too goddamn much for you to be outside parlaying. So you need to be in the house cooking. And while you're doing that, you could be watching this episode and clicking and doing something. Okay? Thank you for watching. I love you.
Hello, everybody. My name is Melissa.
And I'm Athena.
And we are the proud owners of Lip Lock LLC. You can follow us on Instagram. We just are so proud and honored to be a sponsor for the My Black Selves, How You Grievin podcast. And just remember, you can follow him on TikTok and on Instagram and on YouTube. Make sure you like, share, and comment.
And subscribe.
And subscribe. And just know that even though you are grieving, you have a place to reach out to talk to somebody, and we are so proud of you.
Hello, everyone. This is Dr. Creative, the CEO of Easton Creative Agency, and I'm super proud that I am able to sponsor How You Grievin, the podcast by Malcolm, My Black Self. It has been a wonderful process with him. I actually just did a show with him. Make sure you guys support, share, and repost, as his podcast is something that is all about healing. We're proud to sponsor. Easton Creative Agency is very proud. See y'all later.
It's a really good month for
So,
that.
yeah. So, we're going to get right into it. You touched on something a second ago. So, how you grieving?
This actually, your podcast came at a very good time. Your question for me to be on the show came at a really prime grief time.
Yeah.
My father passed 30 years ago,
Wow.
and it took me until this year to realize it's been 30 years. July 4th.
Wow.
And so people in my life, they tell me I'm delusional, but they also understand that I celebrate my birthday from June 1st to July 5th
Okay.
because I try to make that 1 week after my birthday a better time. My my actual birthday, the day that God gifted me to y'all, was June 24th. And
Okay.
so the very next week is the week of my father's passing. So actually a really heavy month comes into July. And this year was, they say grief comes in waves and you're
Yes.
never really fully healed or you're never really fully done grieving. This year was like one of those years for me. For the last 3 years, I have done so much better, or at least thought I was so much farther from 30 years ago, every day feeling like this was something just totally brand new to me, waking up during
Hmm.
that week and just being so vulnerable and upset. Um, that this year, when it happened, I didn't recognize it immediately. And
Yeah.
I wholeheartedly reverted back to every unhealed version of me that could have possibly come out.
And everybody just had to deal with it.
Yes, and
Yes.
everybody just had to deal with it, and I felt so bad. I felt like such a bitch because at the end of the day, like when I finally realized it, I realized how mean I can be
Yeah.
because one, I'm not acknowledging it. I'm walking around like I'm fine. Like, what are you talking about? I'm good. And
Yeah.
everybody's like, but Have you talked to you lately? Like,
You are grieving. You're grieving, girl. It came back.
listen, and my wife is quick to be like, "Hey, have you called Audrey yet? Audrey's my therapist." So like, hey, and you should probably call Audrey.
Yes, yes. Get Andre on the phone.
And I called her. We had a session that week. And she was like, I was describing all of these issues that I felt like were people just being mean to me and me
Uh
just
huh.
being like, I'm just responding to them. She was like, so, this is the first time we've ever really talked about this. You've touched on it in the past, but we usually move past it. So, do you want to talk about it? Because it seems that all of the problems you're having is you just lashing out because you're grieving. And I was like,
Huh.
but no, I still don't want to talk about it. So what we gonna do about these people because they fucked up this weekend?
Yes, yes, yes.
So yeah, that's
You know, I had a moment like that. Like my sister passed. This is the fifth year. So when
aw.
I just briefly, I'll tell you this story real quick. I didn't realize because I was living in Connecticut when
Mm-hmm.
she passed, but like we kind of started a life here a while ago. So when I moved back here last year, I didn't realize that I was grieving, and I was aware that I knew I was going to grieve when I got here. But when I got here, I didn't realize it was happening. I was acting out, random crying. I still random cry, but that's another story. But I was like randomly crying, just weird things were happening. And it took my aunt to be like, and we sat down with my friend, and they were just sitting down talking to me, and they called me out and was like, "You don't realize it, but you're grieving." And I was like, well, I guess I needed somebody to tell me that because even though I do this, I still was just unaware, just going with the flow, just moving and grooving. So it
Just
does.
moving and shaking like nothing happened. Like,
Yeah.
and it's crazy because in the you acknowledge it, you know that like at some point in it, you're like, this is the week, this is that day, this is that time.
Yes.
But still you are in denial. They say denial is a river, but you're in denial and you like, no, that's not what this is. Like y'all are really just hurting my feelings right now. Like
Yes.
I'm
Yes.
responding to y'all.
Like, hello. It's
But
still
we have
about me.
grown, right? Like this is y'all. But we've grown, and I don't know about you, but I take therapy very seriously.
Yes.
Um there are a lot of things in my life that I've had to grieve that are not necessarily death, and we don't talk about that enough either. But in therapy, I've learned to be able to recognize it, and I'd like to think that I have grown. That a couple of weeks ago should not have happened,
Yeah.
but at the same time, we are human. So,
Exactly. And as long as you have the right people in your life, then you can continue to be that human that's not perfect.
hmm
So, what are some of the other things that you are grieving or have grieved?
oh, um, okay, so first one, if you've never been in the military, you've never deployed,
Mhm.
there is a grief that comes along with leaving a deployment that you don't really recognize as a thing. It's like almost like Stockholm syndrome.
Huh. With leaving the deployment?
And you get home and you kind of miss being there.
Wow.
You miss the experiences, the people, and all of that stuff. Um, And then you get home and nothing is the same. Nothing is the same here. So you get home and you're grieving the fact that nothing is the same here. You're grieving the fact that you just left this place and you made all of these connections. You had all of these experiences. As shitty as a deployment can be, you make the best of it because all of y'all are out there together. Um, and so that's a grief that's probably it probably should be studied. That is probably what's that's a study right there in and of itself. And then you have like the grief with the loss of friends. We don't talk about that enough either.
No.
Grieving relationships, not even just like,
Yeah.
relationships,
Romantic.
between two people, romantic relationships, exactly. That's the word I was looking for. But those friendships, those relationships, grieving the loss of the relationship with my mom, who's still living, by the way, grieving the relationship with a friend who we're not as close, or we don't, hell, we don't even talk anymore.
Wow.
And just general, just there are things every day that we should be grieving. Like people should be grieving the loss of a job
Yes.
and not really just being like, oh, well, it's okay. I'm going to get another one. No, it's okay to sit with that and process it.
Yeah. Speaking of grieving a job, I used to be a Spirit flight attendant.
Hmm.
So now I have friends that we got furloughed, like a certain amount of us got furloughed December, and then the rest of everybody got laid off. So I've been like watching very closely about that grief because there's a lot of flight attendants that are talking about that type of grief, being with the job for 15 years and then all of a sudden it's just poof, like it never existed. And I've been watching people really struggle with that. So that also needs to be studied as well because it's like, how do you just go on and find another job because it's not going to be the same no time soon?
Especially when the loss was not as a result of something that you did.
Yeah.
And I don't talk about it enough with my friends and family. My close circle knows, but this will be the first time that anybody's hearing this from me, like,
Mhm.
on a platform, big platform.
Yeah.
So everybody's about to get this announcement. So when this administration took the House,
Mm. Literally stole it.
literally took the House, okay? Right? I am a DEI practitioner and an EEL counselor. And I was working for a company that happened to also be in international development. So the two biggest things that they came in and gutted out,
Wow.
exactly. So I then had to grieve that process. And that's when I realized that we have grief much bigger than death.
Yes.
And for a year, I sat with that, going back and forth through the process of I want to look for a job. I don't want to look for a job. This is hard. This is like, if I did not have therapy to ground me in that time, I probably
Mhm.
would have lost my mind because it was one thing to have to lose a job. I've never been fired, never been laid off,
Yeah.
right? So having to process that and then to turn around and have to process the fact that DEI is in the limelight and it is the most hated phrase in America right now, and having to process that and that then being the reason, and then that man that man then being the reason why I no longer have a job, right? And
Yes.
the one place that makes me happy,
Ye and it just
and
doesn't make
having
sense.
nowhere to go. It didn't make sense. It didn't make sense. And so through that process and that grief process, I was able to learn so much more about myself. One being that a lot of what I feel like my worth was tied to my profession.
Yeah.
Who I was tied to my profession. So over that year and working through therapy and working through that grief, I was able to learn that I'm not my profession. I am so much more than my profession. And that's how I then became like, oh, I'm gonna be me. I'm not going to be a different person professionally. I'm not going to be a different person personally. You going to get me all around, and whatever that looks like. If you like it, you like it. If you love it, you love it. If you hate it, you hate it.
Yeah. Yes.
So,
So I'm gonna put my Oprah hat on
mhm.
and I'm gonna say, tell me about like what did that day look like? That whole DEI situation, having that experience. Like, are you able to take me to that moment?
Ugh. Honestly, it wasn't one moment. It was
Yeah.
something we watched coming. Like you literally standing on the train tracks and you're watching this train come for you, and there's nothing you can do to stop it. So when he took office, we immediately knew that there were changes. So day by day, we were watching all of the policies that he was putting out. I'm talking reading, going through with a fine tooth comb, trying to figure out what that meant for the organization. And then came the cut to the industry in
Yeah.
general. And then it was like, well, there's nothing we can do about any of this now because it's a cut to the industry. Everybody's gone,
Hmm.
right? And so we processed that for quite some time. Our team and probably like 80% of the company got a letter that said, hey, you are going to be furloughed. And
Wow.
once you furlough, like I know what it means to be furloughed in the government, but in corporate America, you don't really know what that looks like. You might
Yeah.
come back, you might not come back. But in the
Hmm.
government, you definitely know you're coming back, right? And so for a month, we sat with those letters. And for a month, we sat in the limbo of, will I have a job next month? Will I not have a job next month? And that is a place that I don't wish on anybody because it's a crappy place. You're hoping for the best, but you're really planning for the worst. And like, okay, how do I make my life continue when this letter comes?
That had to be tough, especially if you know when you know it's coming, like you're watching it at work, you're watching it on TV, and you like, there's nothing I can do.
And the hardest thing is watching all of it on TV. And every day is being plastered in your face.
Yeah.
And it was like for months, I was so upset with this man. I was
Mm.
so upset with this administration, like on a level that was unhealthy. Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
because what do you mean? Like, it's your fault. I didn't do nothing wrong. It's your fault. How we get here?
Just because it is, which is insane.
And then I was mad at everybody else. And so for a while, I was on this. I love graphic t-shirts. I love t-shirts that say stuff. I was wearing them all. The You're Probably DEI 2 t-shirts
Yeah.
that outline all of the people who are DEI. That's
Yes.
not
Yes.
right. Oh, and my favorite, I literally just was folding this up in the laundry. The Kamala Harris say it to my face. I wanted all the smoke with everybody. I wanted all the smoke with everybody.
Wow. That's how I was when during COVID and all the protests and they was killing us. I had every t-shirt and I wanted smoke with everybody. Like, let's go.
Like, say
You don't want
something.
to have this right now. You know,
just just say one little thing. Just one more.
outraged. Outraged. Like, and certain things I can't even watch. Like the young man that was on that island. I can't. It's making me boil every time I see something about it. So I haven't like fully dived into it yet because I just boil every time I see somebody talk about it.
It it really it bothers me. His story bothers me on so
Hmm.
many levels
So
because
many.
one, the first episode I did, first of all, for my podcast was on Tommy Lee Walker. And 70 years after he was murdered by the state of Texas, he was then exonerated by the state of Texas. So this year, he was exonerated in January by the state of Texas for a crime he didn't commit, murder and rape of a white
So
woman.
okay, okay. That you told me.
Hmm.
I was about to ask, what did he do?
Hmm.
What did they say?
And so that being my first episode, it set me off. And I don't remember what happened after that. There was somebody very particular that happened after Carmelo Anthony happened after him. And this will be the first time I'm sharing this as well because I did an episode, but not on Carmelo Anthony. I did it on Jeff Metcalf
Uh
and
huh.
his rant. And I made sure to tell the people I'm not going to talk about Carmelo Anthony because I was not in a place to talk about Carmelo Anthony.
Yeah.
Baby, when that verdict came down, I cried all day long. I cried all day long and I was so angry with everybody. Again, one of those situations, anybody said anything wrong to me, you can get it.
Yeah.
Don't talk to me. Don't look
Yeah.
at me.
It's crazy how this can really like set you off and affect you.
These stories,
These
right?
stories, literally these
Because
stories.
And when Carmelo Anthony happened, I was supposed to record my episode on Kendrick Johnson, and I couldn't. I could
Now,
not
see, you
record the
telling me
episode.
things that I'm not familiar with or that might have left my brain.
Okay. Listen to the podcast on Wednesday because that's his episode. His
Okay.
episode is this Wednesday. So I won't give you all the details. But just know that the system also did this baby just as dirty as they ever did. And
Yeah.
he is roughly 2 hours south of me in Valdosta.
Okay.
So I'm in the Warner Robins area.
Yeah.
And so he's 2 hours south of me in Valdosta, and well, his parents are. And that story has haunted, well, not, I don't want to say haunted me, but it has lived with me for the last 13 years. He died roughly 13 years ago. So
Wow.
when Carmelo Anthony happened, I had to put that episode on complete and utter hold.
Okay.
And then the day I decided to record this episode, Nolan Wells.
It's just, will we get a break is the question. And sometimes I think we will, sometimes I don't think we will. It's gonna, I
I
don't
don't
know.
I don't think we will because we love to say people live rent free in other people's heads, and
Yeah,
we live rent free in these people's heads.
we are living rent
Um,
free.
Especially when we have people like Jacob Lang out there protesting, and he is against everything black, right? Like we live rent free in his head. Hmm.
Wow. We almost went true crime.
Hmm.
We
Hmm.
almost did. We kind of did. Um, so I have some questions that I like to ask.
Okay.
And I normally pull them up on my screen and tell you to pick a number, but I decided to put them in a bag.
Okay.
And
All
I'm just
right.
I'm just gonna pick one. So let me see. And they're specific to grief. Um, maybe a specific person, depending on what this question is. So let's see. If blank could speak to you right now, what would they say? So that could be anybody.
Oh, when people always say something like this to me, it's always to me. My first thought is to my daddy.
Yeah.
I was a daddy's girl through and through, and my dad was murdered when I was 7. He was shot 9 times,
Wow.
and I have always every year I grieve what conversations we could have had, what he missed out on that year. Um, all the things we could have been doing, right?
Yeah.
And so one of the things that I think that my dad would say to me, and it's a lot of the times what my family says that he would say to me, is that he is proud of the woman that I've become.
Yeah. That's
So yeah,
yeah. So you were a daddy's girl.
all the way through and through.
And how old? Let me ask you a question really quick. Because if you noticed, I haven't said like sorry for your loss and my condolences. I can't stand those phrases. But like, what do you prefer people say to you, or do you prefer they say anything when
I
you?
don't.
Okay, okay,
I don't. And I appreciate you for not saying that. Like even when you said your sister passed, I said all.
yeah, yeah,
I was relating to you. Because to me it's I don't want to say it's inauthentic when people are like, sorry for your loss or my condolences. It's like you didn't really know him. You
yeah,
didn't know him. You it's kind of like the thing to say.
hmm,
It's just the appropriate thing to say.
yeah.
Um and so for me a lot of the times, especially when people are like, "Oh my god, I'm sorry for your loss," or "My condolences," or "Oh, they're in a better place." Because don't say that to me.
Dude,
Don't say that to me.
that one is the kicker because it's like, oh, okay,
Like, first of all, how would you know that? But second of all, don't try to make me feel better.
don't just
Like,
let me be in this.
Exactly.
I don't need your
And just be
robotic
here
work.
with me.
Yeah.
Just be here with me. If that's what you like, I think people should get better at asking people what they need from them in that
Yeah.
moment. Or just trying to assess the situation better because like you said, people don't really want a condolence.
No.
Your condolence literally means nothing. From a
It
little
means
girl who was absolutely angry when
yeah.
her father passed, your condolences meant shit to me because you couldn't bring my daddy back.
Hmm. Yes, and you were probably one of those ones that said those words and then just disappeared. So
Hmm.
no, I don't want your don't you give me your condolences.
And don't tell me you're in a better place
And don't tell me to call you if I need you either.
because you ain't gonna be there.
You ain't gonna be there. You was at the house, you brought the KFC, and then you disappeared. I ain't seen you since.
Oh, listen, and my daddy's I'm about to put too much of my business out here. My daddy's funeral was so wretched. His girlfriends was fighting his wife because his wife was trying to fight my mother. So listen, I don't want none of y'all here because all of y'all showing y'all ass and acting a fool, okay? Go away. Go away. Just go away.
You know, I've heard about those funerals. Uh,
Because they exist.
yeah. I
Hmm.
remember I went to one funeral. It was this young girl that passed away. Her mom had gotten into a car accident, and the little girl ended up dying. And I remember at the funeral, this random guy got up and was like, you know, it couldn't have been me. He just said all the things you don't say. And it was the wrong family.
Because it could be you.
It
Because
was the
it
wrong
very well could.
family. It definitely could have been him in that moment. But I was just like, that's when, like, I was young. And that's when I realized, like, people be saying some crazy stuff at these services. And I think that's also when I realized I didn't want to go to funerals.
I must, I'm going to be honest. As an adult,
Yeah.
I have gone to not even a handful of funerals as an adult. And at this point, as an adult, I go to the funeral because I obviously had a relationship with that
Yeah.
person, but I also want to see the reaction of the family members.
Okay.
And it's not to make fun of people in their time of
Yeah.
grief, but sometimes people do a lot. And so I just want to see because I'm a people watcher and I'm a body language person. Like I want to see all of this play out. So I'm at the funeral watching everybody and everything. I'm not the person you want to sit next to at the funeral if you crying and grieving. Cause we gonna cry and we gonna laugh.
I have a cousin like that. When me and him get together, and we will sit together on purpose. Like we already know we probably pulling up together and we gonna sit right next to each other. And if we do the
Just know you shouldn't have let us sit together.
that was a bad idea. And the family know. The family know. Cause you know it's always somebody up there with them leaning shoes, and it's just it be a lot. It's always that one person a part of the church, and you just like, now she could, but you know we don't have to go there. We don't have to go there. But
But also for me, it's also especially in times of grief, I am like the uncomfortable person. I'm the uncomfortable friend. So if you are crying around me or like something's wrong with you or
Mhm.
we're in a really heavy space, I
Yeah,
don't like heaviness. So I'm gonna make a joke. I'm gonna try to find a way to lighten the mood every single time because
yeah.
I don't like this heaviness. Let's lighten this up.
You know that's funny. I used to be that way, but now I just might be crying too because I ain't strong enough. I mean,
I be crying too. Big boo hoo, big baby tears, okay? But I'm gonna see something that catch my eye and we gonna laugh through the tears.
oh man, the funniest thing that happened at my sister's funeral, right, was everybody that was crying. My best friend was there with a damn tissue. Like everybody, all you saw her was, "Pat, you need a tissue? You need a tissue?" And I remember I was crying, And I don't remember if the funeral was over or if we had just sat down, like starting the service. But she looked at me and she was like, "You want a tissue?" And I just started cracking up. I was like, "Girl, if you offer anybody else a goddamn
It's
tissue."
like, look, here, pass the tissue.
And
Sit down. Just stop passing out tissue.
we just laughed. And I think other people around us laughed. I was just like, "Girl." But she had the best tissues. I don't know where she got them tissues from.
Listen, because when you crying at a funeral, don't give me no hard tissue because my face gonna be raw at the end of this. Please help me.
No, no, no. Have cotton tissue specks all over your face.
Okay? Like wiping away. Why? Why? Face just as dry as it wanna be, red as it wanna be. And now I got tissue stuck to my face.
That is a mess. That's
Oh man.
I'm gonna get into another question.
Okay.
So, what is one trait you wish you gained from your father that you did not?
I can't say one trait because let everybody else tell it. I am him through and through. I'm
Yeah.
talking look just like him, act just like him, respond just like him.
Wow.
It's a going saying in my family. That's just Meika. She been like this her whole life. If that's any indication of who I am and how I am. So
Yes.
I'm just like my daddy. Um yeah, I can't think of anything. My daddy was real. He was solid, he was loyal, he was everything.
Yeah.
And he ain't take no shit. He was the first to be ready to let you know about yourself. And if you wanted to handle it a certain kind of way, we can handle it a certain kind of way. However it make you feel, whatever you need to do. Right. And so I have always relished in the fact that my family thinks that I'm just like my daddy.
That's dope. That's a good
Yeah.
feeling.
It is. It's such an amazing feeling. When everybody's just like, you know, you just like your daddy would have responded that same way.
Yeah.
Dial it back though. Bring it back.
That's what's up. Let's see. In moments of doubt, what do you tell yourself to keep going?
Bitch, you doing a good job. Bitch, you doing a good job. Cause that's all I get. That's really all I be having.
And that's enough though.
Like, that's all I be able to tell myself in that moment.
You doing
Bitch, you
a
doing
great
a good
job.
job.
I didn't know you was gonna have me on here acting a fool.
Oh, oh.
I love it. I love it. Um, I'm gonna go through a few more. What was his favorite drink?
Hennessy.
Where you from?
DC.
Okay, that makes sense. All right.
Southeast DC, born and raised, okay? Hennessy. That was his favorite drink. Hennessy.
Oh my goodness, that was my very first drink at 13. Hennessy.
Oh, bless your heart.
Yeah, yeah, I know. Yeah, I was a little gangster.
Because even at my 30 something years of age, I still, Hennessy do me dirty every time.
It's
I
disgusting.
don't understand. It is so nasty.
I don't know why I was drinking it at 13. I ain't drinking it now. It's
I
nasty.
couldn't understand why he was drinking it. Because what is that?
Look, I'm from Connecticut, and everybody still drink Hennessy there.
Mm-mm.
It's like, why y'all still drinking it? It's not good.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
Stop drinking. Never mind. I don't want to
Don't
say that.
drink not another Hennessy, and do not make no Incredible Hulks. Don't you dare. Look, I done picked up the dago because I'm serious. No Incredible Hulks. We are grown.
What are some of the lessons that he taught you?
To be well taken care of. Everybody says that I'm spoiled, but my daddy really just made sure that I knew my worth.
Yeah.
Um, and so when people tell me I'm spoiled, no, I'm not spoiled. I'm just well taken care of. And if you can't take care of me, then what are you here for?
And that is that.
Um, and he also really taught me. He's the reason I say what I want. I mean what I say. Um, and if you got a problem, we can address it. But
Yeah.
I like to hit stuff head on. And loyalty, loyalty, biggest things.
Loyalty is a big thing.
Hmm.
Hmm. What would you say is the hardest part of grief?
Mm, it would be the having to come back to it. The constant reminder that that person is no longer a part of your life.
Yeah, that's what I would say too. What has taught you, or what has this taught you so far about like grief, love, and responsibility?
Um, I'll start with responsibility. It taught me that I have a responsibility to myself first, before anybody else. Like when you're in an airplane, they say put your face mask on first.
Yes.
And that's even in grief. I have a tendency to, when things happen um and we lose people, to just jump right into, all right, let's fix it. What are we
Mhm.
supposed to do? What's supposed to get done?
Yeah.
Um, that's who I am in grief. That's who I am outside of grief. But I have to have a responsibility to myself first,
Hmm.
because with me not taking that time for me to grieve, I also have a rare condition called ankylosing spondylitis, and stress is a really big trigger. And so, if I am focused on everything else and not taking the time to properly grieve, and I'm putting all of this weight on my shoulder, and I have all of these big emotions inside of me at the same time, I will go into a full on flare up and my body will sit me down.
Wow,
So, with grief, I have learned that I need to care for me before I care for others.
that's valid.
Yeah.
Hmm. What is, I recently, I've come up with all these questions, right? So they're a little random,
Hmm.
but what is rich to you? And I'm asking you this because I was on the phone with my best friend a few weeks ago, and she was like, I'm rich. She was like, and rich means to me like I made it home at the end of the day. And I was like, I know you, my friend. Yes.
Rich, first of all, let me start with, I'm okay with random questions because I got ADHD. So, wherever it takes us is wherever it takes us.
Okay, good. Okay.
But rich to me is exactly what your friend said, right? Whatever it means to
Yeah.
me at the end of the day. For my daughter, she always talks about how she's rich because she's rich in family and she's rich in love. And I love that for her. Love that for her.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but rich to me means that I don't want to say content, because content's not the right word, but I'm happy with my
Okay.
life. I'm happy where I'm at. Now rich and successful are two different definitions to me. So like your friend says, she made it home at night. She made it home at night.
Yeah.
And that's beautiful. That's rich. You get to wake up and live another day. Rich to me is I have my family. I'm loved. I'm supported. My family is going to have what they need, whether I'm here
Oh.
or whether I'm not.
Hmm. Like, what more do you need? I mean, we can.
There is more I need. Yes, most
Yes.
definitely. It's always something I can need.
It's more that you need. So never mind. Look. um, how does you answered that already. What does your faith mean to you?
Mm. Everybody's definition of faith is different. My definition of faith has been shaped over the years, and it is constantly, I don't want to say changing, but it's constantly evolving. It is a very important thing to me, and I will share. a few very personal details. Um, when my dad passed away and then my grandpa passed away, they were my best friends.
Yeah.
My grandpa passed away when I was 16. I was mad at God. I was mad at God when my dad passed, and then I turned around and was like, "Okay, God, we could do this. I understand now."
Mhm.
And then my grandpa passed away, and I was like, "Really, bruh? Like, why would you do that?"
Yes. Yes.
Right? But over the course of the years, I have seen and I have done some things that have made me um, question my faith, and also question how do we allow these things to happen.
Hmm.
It always comes back to he gives us free will, but then in these last couple of years, I have taken a stance on I'm not a Christian.
Yeah.
I am a Christ follower. And do I believe in God? I wholeheartedly believe in God. Um, but Christians are hypocrites.
Mm.
And you can't possibly follow the same God that I follow and say and do the outlandish things that you say and do, and hate with so much visceral feelings in your body
Mm.
towards people because of who they love or where they're from or what they do, because the way that God loves, he loves everybody. And I had someone ask me when I got into a relationship with my wife. Um, she's actually the first woman I've ever been with. And they asked me, "What do you think God would think about that?"
Yeah.
Well, first of all, I don't know because I'm not God.
Yeah.
But second of all, my relationship with God is my relationship with God. And if he said that he is God and he loves me through all things, he, one, knew that this was going to happen. He, two, is going to love me regardless of who I'm with or what I'm doing, because I'm his child, so to speak,
Yes.
if we're going off of what the Bible says. So I have a hard time saying that I'm a Christian, because you can't very well be a Christian and be the type of person that you are, and judge people the way that you judge people, and hate people the way that you hate people. So, I could go on and on and on.
Yeah. It's
Politics,
true.
I can go left,
Yeah.
because I can't get with it. I can't. So I say that I'm spiritual and me and God have our own relationship, and that is the relationship that means the most to me.
Yes. Pretty much. A lot of people are becoming spiritual and having their own relationship just like that
Hmm.
because of all this Christianity and all these other things that we grew up knowing that the people still have not unfollowed. Um, yeah,
And
this
I
one.
know somebody gonna get on here and be like, "Oh, she said she's not a Christian." That's not what I said. So I need y'all to make sure y'all put y'all listening ears on, like Cheyenne said, and make sure you get everything.
Let me tell you, people in their listening ears.
Ugh.
Their listening ears only got about 5 seconds. That's it.
These sound bites have really messed them up.
Oh my god, sound bites are killing folks. Like, did you see the whole? This is so off topic, but did you see the Lunel situation?
At the 6 o'clock in the morning this
Yeah.
morning?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So Lunel has come out. Did you see what she said?
I didn't see what she said after that.
Lunel made a post and was like, "Dee Dee's right." She said, "I was already pretty much. She was already irritated. She was already in a bad mood. She was like, if I have 250 interviews in a year and one bad one, like, oh well." She was like, "We'll cross paths another, one day. We'll see each other again." Um, but pretty much they kind of were just like, "You had a bad day. It just is what it is." And I was happy to see that. I'm glad this wasn't like a continued thing to like just go on, because the media,
We'll take it and run with it for weeks.
they done took sides. I don't know, they ready to boycott. We
But
wasn't there for the whole
it's
incident.
like, can we just go back and like listen and just, and that's back to my podcast. That is a big piece of my podcast. If I can't find all the pieces to the puzzle, I'm not going to tell the story. If it's something that's in there that's a rumor, I'm going to let you know it's a rumor because
Yeah.
we have forgot to listen. We are so, and I can't say we, the world has become so big on a headline and clickbait and what's
Click
going to get the
bait.
story that they are willing to put out any and everything, even if it's
Yes.
false.
Even if it's false. Hopefully that'll change one day. Something like we need to go back to like MySpace or something.
Ooh, when we could put music in our background and make our background change colors.
And it was limited on like how much access to us still,
Mm-hmm.
you know?
Yep.
So, I mean, but I don't know. We'll probably have this much access for a long time.
I was just saying something about that to somebody else. The level of access that social media is requiring when people are some people are so private.
Yes.
Um, I don't want everybody in my business. I don't want to have to share everything with everybody.
Yeah.
I
That's,
just want to live my life.
yeah. Yes. I was talking to my friend and he was like, yeah, I've been trying to get Malcolm to do more content. And I was just like, I struggle because I don't want nobody to know what I'm doing when I'm not here. Like, why you need to know that I was outside cutting the lawn? Why you need to know? But I'm gonna post it soon. But like right in the moment, I think that's very creepy for you to like watch me do things and be live all the time.
Because what do I need to know? All of this stuff that's happening in your life. You do not have to be on live. You don't have to show me that I'm not that interested, to be quite honest.
No,
Like,
no, no. Have some privacy to
have
yourself.
some.
Yeah, and let us just see you doing what you do, and then go back to your private life. I like that.
As much as I'm about to hate what I say because I really do watch it, reality TV is what messed us up and why we feel like we have to live life on social media and you got to see every waking moment of what we doing.
Which reality TV though? Because real world, they was locked in a room with no access to nothing, trying to go outside and smoke a cigarette, or waiting on that field trip, right? That they used to do, go out. Um, and then like Flavor of Love, okay. And then what was it? Was it the Housewives or was it?
It was the housewives, I feel like, because then we got like, okay, I'm gonna show you how much reality TV I watch. Then we got like John and K plus eight. And then we got the Duggars. And then we got who's the new people? Who
Oh,
are
you
they?
talking about that white family?
The the Christies. We got the
Yes. Yep.
Christies.
Yep.
He's funny.
He-
He's hilarious. I love him. Okay.
I enjoy
He
them.
says exactly what he's thinking and he don't care. And I love it. Love it.
That is what it is.
Um, oh no, the Mormon people, the Mormon girls that were on TikTok with the whole orgy on, yeah, yeah, them.
I don't know
Mhm.
nothing about that.
Don't know nothing about that, please. Don't go look it up on my court because you're gonna be reaching out to me like, why you get
It's
me
too
stuck on
late.
this?
It's too late.
The curiosity came from the orgies on TikTok and the scandal that they had, and that's how you get stuck on them. Yeah.
How do you feel about the song of the summer?
What's the song of the summer? Because if you say,
In that.
I have mixed feelings about it.
Okay.
I have very mixed feelings about it, but for me, it is not the song of the summer. Um, K Million has a song out, and I can't think of the name of it, but it has the catchiest tune. It's like, I used to know up in her right now. Na na na. She
Huh?
used to love up. Not no more. That's my song of the summer, okay? But Young Miami, Carisha, I have mixed feelings about it because I feel like it promotes that lifestyle and the youth nowadays already in enough shit and doing dumb shit
Hmm.
and don't know how to commit crimes like like a real criminal, so to speak. I hate that I just said that. but leave it in there. Because no, for real, like they the dumbest bunch of criminals already. So don't give them nothing else to go out here and try to figure out what to do. But
Yeah.
your hook is catchy. Your hook is real catchy because spinach.
Let me tell you, when that come on and that beat drop, you can't tell me nothing.
Cause you can't. And I be sitting there like spin that. I really hate this song, but spin
Yes.
that.
And I'm aware that I'm not going to scam nobody.
At all, at
I ain't
all.
got that in me.
I don't.
I ain't got it in me. So, but yeah, I love it. um, this is my favorite question.
Okay.
What does soul food mean to you?
Mm. It means standing in a hot ass kitchen for hours, slaving over a meal that y'all better eat and you better love it. You better not say nothing else. But seriously, like most people be like, "Oh, it means family." No, it kind of sorta is not how I grew up.
Yeah.
Um, my family, as dysfunctional as people's families are, right? We all
Mhm.
have the dysfunctionality in our family. So soul food did not mean Sunday dinners
Okay.
at my grandma's house. But when I was with my grandma, because my grandma is from South Carolina, even though we
Hmm.
are all raised in DC. Actually, and let me I was like 30 something years old when I realized that everybody in DC wasn't eating chitlins and pig feet for
No.
Thanksgiving. They
No.
was eating like fried chicken.
Yeah.
I thought it was like a normal thing, but it's not.
Uh-uh.
Um, but yeah, it just when I think of soul food, it reminds me of my grandma because that's who I learned to cook from. And because she's from the South, but
Yeah.
it does not mean family Sunday dinners. It does not mean all of that. What it really means to me at my grown ass age and having a family is that I'm in this hot ass kitchen and the AC on 65 and everybody complaining that they freezing, but I'm burning up. Like that's what it means.
And that's what it means to Mika.
Yes.
And I done said Tamika too within that. um, that's hilarious. Enslaving in his hot ass kitchen. Yo, and I'm getting to the point where now, like, I'm literally saying after I eat a good meal, like, I know they put their foot in that food.
And I actually hate when people say that. I'd be like, no, I didn't put my foot in because I hate feet. Like, no, don't make that reference because I don't even want to eat it now.
I'll be thinking about it too, like, why would I say this? But I mean it so deeply. But I don't
Like,
really want your foot in my
because
food.
where did that come from? And who thought that that was a good
I
saying?
don't
But
know.
okay,
Somebody must have had a good foot.
it was had to be them people with the foot fetish. It must have
Yeah,
been.
it had to be.
But we know the food gonna be good.
On the topic of food, if you could use some type of food or a meal to describe what someone in the past meant to you, what food would it be?
Chicken wings. I don't care what kind of wing it is. Wings. Wings. You have my heart. You have my everything. Like
Mhm.
wings.
Yeah,
I don't care what day of the week it is, what time of the day it is. I'm gonna eat some wings.
same.
Lemon pepper, buffalo. I have been in Atlanta too long. First of all, I've been in Georgia way too long because lemon pepper, everything. Okay, hot honey lemon pepper, buffalo lemon pepper.
Hmm. It's because they get Atlanta, Georgia has gotten the lemon pepper down. You go anywhere else, you be like, mm-mm. Like
Mm-mm,
when I
that's not
was,
it.
it's not it. When I was back in Connecticut, I wouldn't order anything lemon pepper because I knew it wasn't gonna be right.
Mm-mm.
But as soon as I got down here,
They got the right ratio,
I don't
everything,
know. I don't know what
and
they
I don't
doing.
care where you go. And what part of Georgia you in? The lemon pepper is really good.
Yes. Like you're not gonna get a bad lemon pepper.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
That needs to be investigated.
There should be a study on that.
Oh my God. Recently, I did an episode myself,
Hmm.
and that's why I cut these up to ask myself to answer these questions myself, to get the people just a little bit more involved with who I am, which is a
Hmm.
complete whatever. um, what is the name, or what would be the name of your father's biopic, and who would play him?
Oh, I have never thought about that. That's a really good question. Honestly, it would be like Michael. It would just be William.
Yeah,
Like his name said enough. When you said his name, like that was enough. Everybody knew already off rip.
yeah,
And in terms of who would play him, it would be across, but it no, not even across. It would be Idris Elba. Yeah, yeah, Idris Elba.
yeah. I hope that one day, like, because I asked this question to everybody, and I hope that one day one of us is able to touch on that, because I think that'll be dope. There's so many stories of these folks,
Mm-hmm.
but what about the people that we just really don't know? Like for the public.
Because people really live some type of life.
Yes, there's so many other things happening us normal folks, our lives. I think it's pretty dope.
I do agree.
Um, I want you to. Do you have any questions for me?
I would want to know, what does soul food mean to you? I was holding on to that because I want to know.
It means family.
Mm.
It's a lot of memories with soul food. It reminds me of learning how to fry chicken. I don't remember how old I was, but I swear that fried chicken and pancakes was probably the first thing I learned how to cook.
I was about to say, is that like our rite of passage, like learning how to fry chicken and make spaghetti?
Yes.
If
Yes.
you don't know how to cook nothing else.
It is just family. It's love. It's everything. It's full. It's sleepy.
Mm. Mm-hmm.
I remember growing up, my grandparents are from here, but they ended up moving to Connecticut. And I just remember family, like at my house on Sundays. Like our family, cousins from New York would come down, and it was just food everywhere. Unnecessary food.
Because why we cook so much?
Why are we cooking all that food to put in the fridge?
Because even when I cook, I'm like, why do I cook for a small army and it's only four of us in here? What if
Yeah,
nobody's gonna eat this for the next 10 days?
yeah, yes. But it's comfort when I'm sad or like having certain moments. You'll notice I eat a lot of fried chicken.
Mhm.
And at a certain point, I may end up at a soul food restaurant to
It's just
have
really something about it. Like
yeah.
it's like you swallowing your feelings.
Yes.
It's like
It's like, dang, I remember when I used to eat
mm.
that. Food definitely makes me feel better.
Hmm.
It does. I am gonna hold you. It really does. Um, so yeah. Before we close out, I would like you to tell the people the name of your podcast, where they can watch it at, and when your new episodes air.
Oh, Yeah. So it's the Side Eye Podcast. It is true crime meets nosy by nature. Really the FBI, okay? FBI, DEA, CIA, all of the above. I'm gonna ask the questions that you already asking. It's your best friend calling you at the end of her day or in the middle of your day, like, hey friend, let me tell you what I just found, right? New episodes drop every Wednesday. And from what I've been told, I be having people in their car talking back to me.
That's good. That's the goal.
So yeah, new episodes drop every Wednesday. You can find it everywhere you can get a podcast: Apple, Spotify, iTunes, YouTube. Every single Wednesday.
So y'all tune in. And before I let you go, I'm sorry I keep thinking of stuff, but this is, I promise, this is it. What's your favorite song of all time?
Favorite song of all time. Mm, Maxwell. Fortunate. I will sing Maxwell all day, every
Okay.
day.
Okay. Huh.
I fell in love with Maxwell at a very young age and will always come back to Maxwell.
That's dope.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go listen to some Maxwell
Because
after
listen,
I
I
listen to
don't
your
know what it
podcast,
is.
though.
Yes. And you can also follow me at the Side Eye Files. It's not the Side Eye Podcast on Instagram and TikTok. It is the Side Eye Files. And that's where I kind of just give you a little bit of everything. Again, because I got ADHD, my Instagram is kind of all over the place, but every day it's something. There is a plan, right?
Yeah.
So the beginning of the week is the shenanigans, the episode that we about to drop. And then as you get towards the end of the week, it's like, hey, this shit didn't make sense. Like, let's look at this shit right here. And then, Friday, Saturday time frame is it's what made you side eye this week. And then Sunday, I give a little what I call Mika's notes. And
Yes.
that is really like the psychology side of me that you'll get to see the hey, it's Sunday. Shut this shit down. Go rest, relax before you get into Monday. Okay,
Yes.
because the week was enough. We got to reset. We
Ah,
have a central nervous system that needs to reset, and we don't do that enough.
we don't.
So, yeah, you get a little bit of everything with me.
I like that. I like that. Definitely with the reset too, because we just be going and going and going and going and never got to reset.
Never got to reset. And it's something about resetting your central nervous system that had you in a ball crying like a baby.
That is so true. Mika, I appreciate you for joining How You Grieving.
Thanks, Malcolm. I enjoyed this conversation with you.
Yes, yes. I didn't know we were going to click like that, but thank you. 'Cause I
I
could
love
talk to
it.
you all day, but I'm like, I know I got to end this. So,
Listen, and you know what? We don't have to disconnect after this, okay? We can continue, we could be friends after this. You don't live that far.
there we go. All right. Take care and enjoy the rest of your day. And thank you so much.
Of course. Have a good day.